Hi folks, in this tutorial we are going to learn how to play with different screens in Android. So go ahead, close the project and create a new one. Let's call it screens tutorial. Click next, click next. Now very important, select from here empty activity, click next. Activity name, put main activity, click generate layout file and click finish. And you should have a new project. Now let's talk really fast about what is going on here. You have a message Gradle file have been changed since last project sync. Just click sync now. I will talk later about Gradle and how to work with it, but for now just click sync one. Now you see here there are two files open, the main activity class and an XML file, and if we click on it we see like a visual editor of our application, and we already have on it a controller that is of type text view with a value hello world. Let's just delete it, and you can see here there are two tabs, design and text. You can switch between them really fast, but we will stick with the design one for now. Now on this palette side, just look for a button and drag and drop it somewhere at the bottom, and if you click on it, you see here it has some properties. This is very similar with other IDs if you work with them. So from here the most important one is ID1, and let's write it button go to screen 2, and as a text watch what will appear here. Let's write go to screen 2. Alright, now we want every time a user clicks on this button to open another screen, and in activity a new screen that like you see on your device is called an activity. So click on your package name here, create new, and select from here activity, and let's select an empty activity, and let's name it second activity, and it will also generate the layout file, so you don't have to do it manually. Click finish, and automatically it will appear here magically a new activity. Now if you want to go to the layout how it looks the second activity, you can either hold Ctrl and click on this activity second, or you see it already open this one. So like to distinguish that this is a second activity, let's give it a background color. Here in background let's put it a red one. Okay, now we have our main, we have our second, but this button doesn't know, we don't have any code for it written yet, so let's go ahead and tell that when we press this button we will start our second activity. So in our main activity inside the onCreate method, we just need to get a reference to that button, and you do it like this. It will appear in red because this is not imported yet. Just hold Alt, press and enter, so Alt and enter. This is how you do it in Windows. And click import class, and here we write find view by ID, and here you write air.id button go to screen 2, and to tell it to go to the next activity, utilize this button, set on click listener, new space, now hold control and press space, and it will autocomplete with this interface. So in case you don't manage to do it with this autocomplete, you just type new view dot on click listener. Be careful at lowercase uppercase because Java is case sensitive. And inside here on click, go to activity. To tell it to go to the second activity, you create an intent, and an intent is a way to tell Android to do something. So intent, and let's import it. And you do like this, new intent, and in here you write main activity dot this, comma, second activity dot class, and here start activity, and as a parameter you give this intent. This is everything we need to do. Now let's run our activity, run our application, and it should start in a couple of seconds. And we can use the back button to go to like a very basic navigation. Let's go a little bit in detail what happened. So I'm gonna take it more slowly this time. Just ignore these rendering problems. So for I don't know what reasons our button disappeared, but doesn't matter. Let's say that we want from our second activity to go to a third activity. So let's drag a button, let's put it on top here for now. So it seems there are some problems at the moment with the way Android 6 displays these layouts. So you do like this, select the main layout, and from here select API level 21, and it should display it good. So let's close this one, and here is our how our project is created, and under res and layout we have our layouts. Let's go to the second one, and let's drag a button here and name it to third. And put it as a text, go to third activity. And you can play a little with more style too, like for example you can let's say change the text size to 18 SP comes from scale pixels, make it bigger, or whatever you might want. Alright, so now let's create the third activity, new activity, and let's choose a blank activity, choose next. Now if we do like this, there is something called the Android manifest file, and in the manifest file we declare like the most used configurations and our activities and our permissions. And if we create automatically activities like this with the helper, it will automatically be inserted here in the manifest file. If in case we want to do it manually, and in the next tutorials we're going to do it manually, we have to make sure that our activities are declared in our manifest file, but we'll get to that later. So in our second activity, hold Control, click here. We need to get a reference to this button, so let's see its ID. This one is the ID, so you already know how to do it. Go ahead and import the button. Set on click listener, new, control space enter. Oh, sorry, control space enter. And here, let's just put it in one line. Second activity dot this. Set activity dot class, and let's import the intent. And let's make this one blue. Okay, I don't know what is with this button here, and this should be it. Let's run our program and see what happens. Okay, so I created an activity with a template, doesn't matter. Alright. So this concludes for our second introduction into Android. You saw how to create a new screen, how to put a button on it, how to get a reference to that button, and how to color the background of the screen. I say you are pretty good. Now as a homework. The homework is very simple. Create a fourth activity, add a button in the third activity. Don't mind this code here, just drag and drop a button, and when you reach the third activity you click on another button. It should open another screen with a green background, let's say, or whatever color you decide to do. After you finish the homework, go ahead and see the next tutorial.